Welcome back to Technology Behind Business. Well, the payment revolution is reaching a tipping point, and it seems that cash is no longer king. Research suggests that over a third of Gen Ys would now be happy to leave paper money behind. So as debit card growth and the rise of electronic payment systems drive us towards a cashless society, how are we going to adapt? Well, joining me now to answer that question from our Sydney studio is Visa Australia's country manager, Vipin Kalra. Vipin, thanks for coming on the show this afternoon. What are the trends that you're seeing broadly that are occurring in the payment space here in Australia?
Look, Nigel, we are seeing a major transformation in the way consumers shop and pay in our society today. We've done recent research, and our research suggests that half of Australians carry more than 3 choices of payment cards in their pocket. Half of Australians don't like to carry more than $50 in their pocket. In fact, 1 in 4 Australians don't like to carry more than $20 in their wallet. So that kind of suggests to us that there is a move away from the cash and more towards electronic forms of payment. We're also seeing a huge uptake of smartphones in Australia. Half of Australians now carry a smartphone. Half of the mobile phone users actually carry a smartphone. And in fact, this phenomena becomes more profound when we look at the younger generation, which is Gen X and Gen Y, where more than 70% of the mobile phone users now carry smartphone. So again, the mobility of smartphone and the intelligence that is built into smartphone, combined with this move away from cash and more towards electronic forms of payment, sets us on a very exciting course in future.
Now, it was just 50 years ago that, around 50 years ago, that Visa cards were first introduced. Let's stick with the card at this point in time. In terms of improvements and enhancements to the cards, we're seeing a lot of moves now in terms of contactless payments. Tell us about your PayWave solution.
So Nigel, you quite rightly said we have looked at the contactless payment from 2 perspectives. One is to continue to enhance the level of security that we offer in our payment solutions. And secondly, to bring convenience and speed to our consumers and our merchant and retailers. From a consumer perspective, a contactless is a great way of getting moving away from carrying cash and coins, but in particular for small value transactions. And from a merchant perspective, these contactless payments speed up the transaction, and every second our retailers save in their payment experience means an opportunity for retailers to enhance their profitability. So we think that contactless is the way of future, and we are very pleased with the adoption of contactless payments in Australia.
Let me challenge you on that. From a customer experience point of view, does it make any difference if I tap my card or swipe my card? I've still got to carry a card.
Yes, that is today, of course. What we are looking at is how we take that exciting and wonderful contactless experience from a card-based payment to a portable device payment. And to start with, we're looking at smartphone as a device which could potentially carry all of the data that we carry on a card, and perhaps use a smartphone for small value payments as well as for online payments in future. So yes, today we carry a piece of plastic, but in future, very soon, we should start to use our mobile phone for payments.
And where do you think, Vipin, we are in terms of that NFC journey? It seems that we've been talking about it for quite some time, but it's not really mainstream yet, is it?
You're right. It is not mainstream yet because I think the technology has been proven many a times in a number of pilots around the world. What we're now waiting for is the commercialization of a contactless NFC-enabled mobile phones or handsets. And the positive news is that a number of manufacturers have now announced that starting from later this year, they will start to roll out these devices in a commercial fashion. And hopefully we'll start to see more and more devices coming into Australia. All our research suggests that consumers are ready for mobile-based payments, and we're just waiting for the handsets to be rolled out.
Are you confident the iPhone 5 coming out will have NFC built in? Because that seems to be a big trigger for things to go mainstream, if you like.
Frankly, no one knows what Apple may or may not do. I do hope, of course, that the iPhone 5 comes with an NFC interface.
And tell me, I mean, irrespective of what Google does or what Apple does, companies like Visa and MasterCard, you're going to be the big winners from this NFC trend, aren't you? Because these are essentially all front ends to credit card backends or credit system backends?
Look, there's no doubt that there will be more competition in future, and we certainly welcome any competition because I think competition is good for the industry. It brings out innovation and new ideas and new products in the market. We think that we are in a very good position because of our capability and the network and the distribution channels that we've built over the last 50 years. And we will continue to make sure that we stay ahead of the curve and continue to bring new ideas and new payment methods for our consumers and retailers.
And Vipin, lastly, how long do you think it is before we're going to hit that point of a cashless society? Are we talking 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? Care to have a guess?
Look, I would love to see society moving more towards cashless. Would we be ever completely cashless? Look, I'm not sure. However, I do see a continuous decline in the use of cash.
Okay, Vipin, thanks for your time this afternoon.
Thank you.